Welcome to the Books and Martinis podcast.
I'm Priya.
And I'm Mercy.
And this is your go-to book podcast,
where we lift, empower, and spotlight authors.
Grab your martini and follow along.
And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to our podcast. I'm Priya.
I'm Mercy, and welcome everybody, especially today's wonderful writer, Dee Raven. Thank you for being with us. Despite life and everything it brings with it, you are here, and we are grateful that you're here.
Yes, we're so happy you could join us.
Cheers.
To a great interview and much
luck.
Success.
Yes.
We are so
and better
happy.
Days.
Yes, exactly. We are so happy to have you here. And you're coming to us from Missouri, right?
Yes.
Wow.
So we've got Missouri, New York, and Tennessee here.
Woo!
I love it. I love it. I love it. And I loved your book. I'm going to start right there. We have a lot to talk about. Priya's going to talk a little bit about your bio and who you are. But before any of that, I just want to say this book is amazing. It's beautiful. And I keep looking at the art and going all the way around.
And what about the title, Mercy? 13 years.
That's my number. I love it. I love it.
It is so good. And it's the first in a series, guys. Okay, we're talking over each other like we always do. We always get excited about our authors and our books. Okay, so let me dive right into your bio. You have a sweet little bio. Okay, so Dee Raven is a single mom of one special needs child. She lives in the Midwest portion of the United States. Being unable to work due to her child's needs, she relies on the kindness of her family and friends a lot. In order to try and earn income herself and pursue lifelong passion, she started writing. She loves reading, writing, music, and friends. She's a fierce introvert. And you can find her on Instagram, TikTok, Amazon, and Goodreads. And of course, we'll put all those links in the bottom so you guys could follow her and check out her books and all that good stuff. So welcome, Dee.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. Thank you. We know it's been a rough season there in your neck of the woods with the weather. So we appreciate you.
Sure.
Yeah. Missouri's been through it. So why don't we kick it off by telling everybody a little bit about your book, 13 Years.
13 Years is kind of my story in real life. It's drama, but it's based on my actual story. I was the main female character, left an abusive relationship, and that's what I did. I haven't had the Lucas moment yet. Read the book, you'll know what I mean.
You're Monica.
No, Bex.
Okay.
Monica is my best friend, yeah.
Yes.
And Monica is based on my in real life best friend too. So
I love that.
A lot of realness in the book. It was almost therapeutic for me to write it and get it out there and just put it out there and maybe hope that other women going through it would get some strength from it and feel seen.
Yeah, and we definitely felt that reading the book. So I'm going to read the summary because I love the way you start off the summary of this book. Right away, it just like grabs you. 13 years of fear, 13 years of running, 13 years of surviving, 13 years of loneliness. Rebecca Wareman is a single mother by choice. She spent the last 13 years of her life living solely for her daughter. But what happens is she finds someone who makes her really want to live again. And what if the things she's been running from finally catch up? Lucas Marshall is a police officer raised by his grandparents. He spent the majority of his adult life by himself and had been fine with it. But what happens when a curvy brunette with a mysterious past literally bumps into him one day? She has fear in her eyes and a past she clearly is running from. Will he be able to step in and keep them safe? That is like to the T what this book is all about. Like that summary is like perfect. And I love the way you kick it off with 13 years because it drives it home, what she's been going through.
Yeah.
And to those of you that are watching, maybe not listening, but the ones that are watching, I have my autographed copy, which thank you. But I also have the most adorable character stickers. Is this not the
Stickers.
cutest? So cute.
I have the bookmark on me. I put my sticker somewhere, but I have the
Please.
bookmark. Look how cute
So
that
cute.
is.
It's so cute. And the good girl sticker with the handcuffs in the background. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you went all out, and I love everything that you did, including the story. And of course, we're gonna dig into all that stuff, and I'll tell you my favorite part of it. But I wanted to ask you, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Who is the writer behind the story?
So
Um,
we read your bio, so tell us more.
yeah. Well, I am an introvert, so I don't like talking about myself, but
Okay.
no, same as Bex in the book. I'm 39. Grew up in the Midwest, uh, kind of very conservative upbringing.
Okay.
But with everything I've went through, and I've kind of found myself and my voice, and gotten a lot more outspoken in my older years. Uh, so um, basically, I mean, I'm just a normal, everyday woman, single mom, raising a kid, and want to pull my hair out some days. So, I mean, there's not much to.
Well, you share your story, and that's huge to, have had the courage to put that into paper. How long did it take you to craft the story? Mind you, we know that the story was inspired by your story, but how long did it take you from the moment that you decided to write it to the moment that you released it?
Um, I would say to write it, it took about 5 months, but it was done for like 6 months before I released it because I kept wavering back and forth. Do I do this? Do I not do it? Was this just a way for me to get out what I needed to?
Yeah.
I had a couple people read it and warn me that it was maybe too dark and too real for a lot of people,
Oh.
which was shocking to me because I've read
Life.
dark romances, and I didn't think it was that. And I guess looking at it from my viewpoint, I survived it. So to me, it was like it, it really is that dark. Like, so but I finally gave it to my best friend to read, and she I jokingly say she blackmailed me into publishing it because she said it needed to be told, and if I didn't do it, she was going to publish it under my actual name instead of pen name.
Oh,
What a
goodness.
She
threat.
wouldn't have,
Demented.
but it was enough for me to be like, fine, and pick a pig name and set the
Oh,
show.
Well, your story definitely needs to be told, and I'm so glad you did because not everything is like, hunky dory, like, we meet a guy in a book
Yeah,
and fall in
mm,
love and have a couple little like situations that are, obstacles or whatever that we're dealing with. Not everything is like
yeah,
smooth like that. You know what I mean? Like,
mm,
it's important that we hear stories that represent us,
yeah,
especially as we're getting older, especially single moms who are out there and dealing with similar
mm.
situations,
yeah,
who are looking for their Lucases,
yeah,
Yeah,
or they're struggling raising their kids. You have to keep it real sometimes because people just want to look in a mirror and feel like they're seen
yes,
through books.
absolutely. Absolutely. And it's always those that are really going to get something from the book and those that you've helped through the book. And those are not going to be the haters telling you, oh, this was dark or this was this or that. It's going to be the ones you've actually made an impact on. And they're out there and they're waiting to read your story. And in saying that, I wanted to ask you, what was the most rewarding moment for you when you wrote the book?
probably when the DMs on Instagram or TikTok started coming in, like, oh my gosh, I read your book and I went through something so similar and I've never read anything that hit me like this. And thank you for writing it because I my voice didn't seem to be out there in any book. So I have gotten so many messages like that. And I've said if that's all that comes from me writing, I mean that's the best part because I felt alone for 13 years and it's nice to know that there's women out there, in return that just like they feel seen, it's making me feel seen that they read the book and said, thank you.
Wow. How validating is that? And look,
Yeah.
you were scared to put it out,
I know.
Aside from
right?
it being therapeutic, because you were able to, get it off your chest and just, let it go, which is beautiful,
Yes.
and share it. And that took a lot of courage. So
Mhm.
congratulations on that.
Thank you.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah, and it's the first in a series of books, right?
Yeah.
So you got 13 years, and then there's 14 years. Can you tell us a little bit more about the other books?
So 13 years, and then First Christmas actually came out in December. And that's like a novella about Lucas and Bex, but it's more of how they start to learn to live with each other. Because he'd been, they're almost 40 years old and they've been alone forever. And it's not just one of those happily ever afters. They both,
Mm.
have to learn to live with each other. They both have to get over the trauma that happened in 13 years together. So I just felt like it couldn't just be wham bam. Like they needed to the readers actually too wanted to see, you know, behind the scenes or what was happening in between the books. So First Christmas, I kind of just threw it in there. Like as I was writing 14 years, I started writing First Christmas and released it in December. So
And how was the reaction to that book when you released
everyone
it?
was very excited about it. They like, well, they like that my books are quick reads. They're calling them quick reads because they're not like 500 pages, which is amazing. But I have a lot of moms or working women that are like, this was amazing to just be able to sit and read on a Saturday afternoon
Mhm.
or lunch break or whatever. But everyone, I mean, First Christmas was really well received.
Well,
They were,
that's wonderful. And so how many will there be in your series of 13 years?
it's looking like maybe 8 at minimum, maybe 10.
Whoa.
Wow,
Wow.
Yeah,
for you.
it
That's
keeps
amazing.
growing. It keeps growing because I keep getting ideas. So,
That's great. That's exactly what I'm here. And so which one are you working on right now?
um, well, 14 years released in April, and that follows the events of both of 13 years. And it follows Monica, the best friend. And it's a second chance romance. Um,
Okay.
and it's equally as I don't want to say heartbreaking, but it's equally as real life as
Oh,
13 years.
yeah.
But again, that one has been people were so biting at the bit for 14 years to come out that like my street team that helps me promote my books and stuff were like, no, we wanted Monica's story. And I'm like, you want Lucas and Bex? And they're like, no, we want that too. But
We want it all.
So impatient.
yes, yes.
Aw, that's fantastic.
Is it based on your best friend?
It is. The events in it did not have not happened to her, but I mean, everyone in real life has struggles, and she's had her own share of them. Not exactly what's happened in the book, but she is Monica. I mean, she is ride or die, would do anything and drop anything to be there for anyone. I mean, that's just who she is. So,
Oh, that's great. What inspired you with the relationship of a police officer?
um, I kind of feel like sometimes people obviously look at them as the protectors of the community. And even in 13 years, I kind of allude to the fact that Bex was hesitant to even be around a policeman because in the town where she came from, they didn't believe her and, took her ex's side. But I kind of wanted to shine a light on not all cops being, bad. And Lucas is kind of morally gray in the aspect that he's a cop, but he's going to do anything he can to protect her and her daughter. Plus, I just have a thing for men in uniform.
No shame in that.
Oh, that's great. Can I tell you that towards the end of the book, and I don't want to spoil it, so if it's a spoiler, let me know and we'll take it
Yeah.
out. But I loved how he gets a tattoo that says, "I am my brother's keeper," and he adds his badge number or the badge number.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so authentic to true officers. I married one. So I've been married for 40 years.
I was waiting for you to mention something.
Yeah,
Like, this is going somewhere because Mercy
yeah,
can identify
yeah.
you.
So yes, so I'm married to a retired police officer now, but we were married before he became an officer through all of it as an officer, a sergeant, all the way to chief, and then retired. So I can completely see everything in your story, how true it is and how authentic and how the personality is so original to the human and not to the path and career chosen. So Lucas was so true to what a cop could truly be. And I love that you shared that. I wanted to ask you also, what advice would you give a writer that's going through something like you did? Like what's a do and not do?
Don't stop writing just because one person says the story wasn't for them, because that's okay. Not everyone's book is going to be for every single person in the world, and there's a reader for every book. I'm convinced of that. Just don't let anyone stop you, even if you never publish. Like I almost didn't. I mean, I feel like if you're writing, there's a reason you're writing, and it's because you're needing to get something out. Any author, so
Right.
just do it, like Nike says, I guess.
Yes. I love that. I love that. And I, cannot tell you how much we appreciate that you shared your story with us. That's not easy and it was beautifully done. The art on your book is incredible. For those of you that have not seen her book yet, it has what I want to describe as a bullet hole on glass. It has a flower, and then it has
Handcuffs.
handcuffs, and the flower in the front is
Yeah.
blue, which I would assume maybe has to do with the police portion of it. But the back is red, which can also show blood, it could show passion, it could show so many different emotions. And then overall, there's black. So I think that it was beautifully done. And if you're watching us, then you can see this. Where can readers find this amazing book?
So I have an Etsy shop where I do sell signed copies, and sometimes do pre-orders of like books before they come out, and the stickers and bookmarks and etc. And that's D Raven Writes Romance, just like my Instagram handle. And they're all available on Amazon, ebook, Kindle Unlimited, physical copy. And 13 Years and First Christmas are out on audiobook.
Oh, wonderful.
So they're on Audible. And then my book that I wrote that's not part of this series is just finished being recorded. We're waiting for it to go live. And that's Unsuspecting Valentine. It was a day novella, and it has nothing to do with Finding Freedom series. And 14 Years is in the process of being recorded currently.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, we really hope that you keep us posted as to when it'll be released, when we could do our pre-orders and all that great stuff. And once you share it on Instagram, which we're all friends on, please tag us so that we can share with all of our readers when and how and the whole process of it, which is so important, so they can hear the continuation of this beautiful story. Which I want to add also that I absolutely love how every chapter had a page, like a black page that kind of breaks it up.
Mm-hmm. That's like the visual of it, like helps you to keep track. And I appreciate that. Not a lot of books have that.
There's so much detail, and once you start reading it, you'll finish it that same day. Hands down.
Yes.
It's that great.
Yes. So before you leave us, what's next for you?
Well, right now I'm one of those like adult ADHD. I have like 4 books going right now.
Wow.
it's like Monica and her male main characters, Christmas novella, and then a surprise I can't say that I'm doing with another author.
Ooh.
And then I'm working on a Lucas and Beck's novella, another one. And then 15 Years is the next book in the Finding Freedom series that will follow another couple. So I work on whichever one I feel like is yelling at me the loudest that day.
That's all you needed, more yelling.
Yep.
Love it.
Fantastic.
Love it. Well,
thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much. And we're so excited for you and what you have coming up. Please don't stop. We need to hear your voice. We need to hear all your stories. And we're so grateful and honored that you joined us today to share your story and to talk about 13 Years and the series, the Freedom series. So for everybody listening and watching, make sure you follow D. Raven on all the social media handles that we have down below in the summary. And let's do a final cheers.
Absolutely.
Cheers to your success.
Yes.
And a beautiful day of amazing things happening. And like, share, follow, subscribe, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.